if your voice was silent, your choice taken, your dignity ignored? Fundamental rights aren't just words in a constitution. They are the shield that protects our freedom, equity, and humanity.
Citizen of Sri Lanka is born free and equal in dignity in right.
அடிப்படை உரிமை வந்து இலங்கையில் நிறைய நடைமுறைப்படுத்தப்படுது. அதை பத்தி நீங்க என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க?
சட்டரீதியாக அடிப்படை உரிமை சரியாக வழங்கப்பட்டுள்ளது. இனமத அடிப்படையில அது பாரபட்சம் காட்டப்படுது.
நீங்க அடிப்படை உரிமையில பாரபட்சம் காட்டுறீங்க.
ලංකාවේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාවේ මූලික අයිතිවාසිකම් ගැන සඳහන් වෙනවා. ලංකාවේ ජීවත් වන පුරවැසියෙක් විදිහට ඔබතුමා ඒ ගැන දන්නවද? එතකොට ඔබතුමාට ඒ වගේ මූලික අයිතිවාසිකම් කඩවීමක් ගැන අත්දැකීමක් තියෙනවද?
මට පර්සනලි එහෙම අත්දැකීමක් නැහැ. හැබැයි මගේ යාළුවෙක් ඉන්නවා එයා මාධ්‍යවේදියෙක්. එයාට එහෙම එකක් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් එයාගේ ඔය මානව අවස්ථාවල් තියෙනවා එම කඩ වෙලා. ඉතින් එයාට එහෙම හෙලිදරව් කරන්න අමාරුයි. ඇයි එයාට සාමාන්‍ය තර්ජන එනවා. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ ගොඩක් එයා පසුතැවෙනවා මේ වගේම සාමාන්‍ය හෙලි කරන්න අමාරුයි.
Fundamental rights are the basic human rights guaranteed by Chapter 3 of the 1978 Constitution of Sri Lanka. These include the freedom of thought, religion, expression, equality before the law, and the right to fair hearing, among others. They are legally enforceable in the Supreme Court under Article 126. That means, if your rights are violated by the status of public official, you can go directly to the Supreme Court for justice.
Let's see how the fundamental rights are violated in practically.
A Sinhala Buddhist girl and a Tamil Hindu boy fall in love, marry with mutual respect. They promise, you follow your path, I'll follow mine, together in love. But after marriage, his mother says only Hinduism in this house. The girl's right to freedom of religion is now under threat.
This is against Article 10 because Article 10 says every person has the right to believe religion or freely think and change their religion or belief if they wish. But practically it doesn't work properly as we saw that video. So we give some suggestions and legal reforms to improve. Introduce a Religious Harmony Act similar to Singapore to prevent hate speech and promote religious respect with legal remedies. Include multi-language educational modules on religious pluralism in schools. Create a national commission to protect minority religious rights.
A powerful businesswoman secretly laundering money, but to save herself, she falsely blames her innocent clerk with no proof at all.
Yes, sir. I have question is coming. I'm going to ask you. What's the reason? Don't come with me.
Madam,
Good morning, Tarishi.
can I talk with you?
Yes.
Madam, actually, I'm anything wrong, but the police arrested me without any reason. So, ma'am, they forced me to accept the money for which was happened in my office. So, please, ma'am, can you tell me, is it wrong or not?
Yes, that is completely wrong because under Constitution of Sri Lanka, Article 11 says that no one shall be cruel and torture inhuman. But even though in Sri Lanka, many situations people are affected because of policemen and other administration service like you. As a lawyer, I want to give some suggestions to stop these kind of things. Number 1, input a CCTV cameras in police areas and investigation areas. Number 2, start an independent complaint authority like UK. And number 3, we want to train police and other army forces about the human rights. See, as you said, that is not correct because suppose that's violate Article 13 because Article 13 says you can only be arrested by law, not randomly, and police must tell you why you are arrested. And also you have the right to fair trial and you are innocent until proved guilty and you have a right to appeal if you are found guilty. But in real life, as you said, many people violate this right. Example, during civil war, many people arrest without any reason. So I give some suggestion, that is, make sure everyone are arrested and gets legal help, especially for poor people. And also hire more judges and staffs to speed up this mechanism. And also give a rights guard at the time of arrest so everyone knows their legal rights like Canada.
Three girls face an interview, Sinhala, Tamil and Muslim. The Sinhala girl, rich and privileged, gets the job without any questions.
Can you give CV? Tell about you. I am Nuha from Remedies. I complete my degree at University of California. Can you speak Sinhala? No, I can't speak only Tamil. How can we communicate? I learned Sinhala language. It's take time. We will inform later. Yes. Have a seat. Can you please see me? Can you tell about you? I shall have. Excellent. Happy day, sir. Show me how you inform later. I understood this. No need. I know your father. He told me. 2 adults later. You can tell him that.
These circumstances violate Article 12. It talks about right to equality protection of law. It ensures everyone must be treated equally under the law. No one can be treated differently because of their religion, language, caste, gender, political opinion, and where we born. We suggest to enact a Sri Lankan Equality Act to prohibit all form of discrimination like religion, language, gender identity, and disability, and launch affirmative action scams for unrepresented communities in public services. Some countries have best legal aspect, like in South Africa, promotion of equality and prevention of unfair discrimination act offers strong protection with equality codes. So in Sri Lanka, we will enact the act like this in future. We want justice. අපිට ඕන යුක්තිය.
Needy window.
අපිට ඕන යුක්තිය. We want justice. අපිට ඕන යුක්තිය.
No, we have a right to do
අපිට
this.
ඕන
We
යුක්තිය.
didn't
We want justice.
disturb any
අපිට ඕන
people. We have a right to do.
Article 14 gives people in Sri Lanka the right to speak freely, protest peacefully, join groups, follow religion, do legal work, move freely, and return to the country. So, some non-citizens also get these rights for 10 years. Now, let's discuss what are the recommendations and examples for this article. Make a clear law for peaceful protest and set up an independent body to protect journalists and media freedom. So example in Norway allows safe protests with police support and Mexico protects journalists with emergency help and relocations. So these models can guide Sri Lanka to extend its own protections for speech and assembly.
In the Constitution of Sri Lanka, Article 15 deals with the restriction on fundamental rights such as national security, public order, religious and racial harmony. It can lead to misuse and unfair limitations on rights.
Therefore, we recommended passing a Fundamental Right Act that clearly defines restrictions is legal, necessary, and proportionate. Just like in Canada and South Africa, we should require the government to prove that any restriction is justified in a democratic society. Article 16, which says that all existing personal laws and religious laws like Kantian law, Teswalame law, and Muslim law can continue even if they go against fundamental rights. This means some personal laws still discriminate against women and children, especially in marriage, divorce, and inheritance. So we must review and reform personal laws like Kandian law and Muslim law to ensure equality. Countries like India struck down triple talaq in the name of equality.
Article 17 says that anyone whose fundamental rights are violated can file a petition directly with the Supreme Court. As recommendations, increase the current 1 month time bar for filing a rights violation petition to 3 months, especially for rural and vulnerable groups, and introduce legal aid cells in every district to help citizens draft and file fundamental rights petitions. If we take international examples, in Bangladesh, allows public interest litigation for fundamental rights even on behalf of others.
Many people living in Sri Lanka do not know that legal action can be taken when human rights are violated. So, Nuhasi, what legal action can be taken in Sri Lanka?
Yes, Maheshi, we can take action under Article 126 in Constitution.
Can you explain what is the Article 126 about?
Yes, Magesi, someone feels their rights are violated. First, they want to give a petition to the Supreme Court within 1 month. Then, the Supreme Court review whether their rights are violated or not. In that petition, they want to include how their rights are violated and which kind of remedies they ask from the Supreme Court.
Okay, Dayalini, can you explain that process?
Yes, Mahesi, according to the Sri Lanka article, we can take action against the person who violates the fundamental rights in Sri Lanka, and we can also get a remedy for our violation.
Are our rights real? They say we have rights, that we are free, that the law is protect us. But what happens when those rights disappear? Just when we need them the most. The Constitution of Sri Lanka, Chapter 3, promises us equality, freedom of speech, and safety from abuse. But these promises come with conditions. During COVID-19, many people had no food or medicine, but they couldn't go to court because the right to food or health isn't protected. Our constitution says, according to Article 15, our rights can be limited due to the war and national security. It is a big challenge. When students protested peacefully during the Aragalaya, they were tear gassed, arrested, and called terrorists. Why they said it was to protect public order. A poor Tamil farmer in Mulakyu lost his land. To go to court, he had to travel to Colombo and spend money he didn't have. Justice was too far away. And the worst part, there is no right to life in our constitution. So if someone disappears, like Prageet Tignaligoda, his family can't even claim that his life was protected. If you wait more than 1 month to file your case, the court won't accept it. The door to justice is shut. The big challenge is that we can't take action even judiciary violates our fundamental rights. Only we can take executive and administrative violate our rights. So, what are these rights really for? If they only protect the powerful, what is the justice if the poor and the weak can't reach it?
Sri Lanka's constitution, especially Chapter 3, gives us many important fundamental rights. We have the right to equality, freedom of speech, religion, movement, and more. But the question is, are these rights truly felt by everyone in real life? Sadly, many people face unfair. So what we can do as a country, we must to update our constitution with socio-economic rights like health, education, right to life, and more. In Canada, Charter of Right does not guarantee economic rights, but Canadian courts have interpreted. In South African courts also enforceable these rights. Then we have to strengthen judicial independence system with more independence and transparency to grant fair adjudication of fundamental right cases. In UK, they created judiciary independence separately in the Constitutional Reform Act 2005. Then we absolutely need to extend the 1 month time period that is not in practice. In Canada, they don't have fixed 1 month either. They allow the time period based on the case that is especially worse for vulnerable groups in Sri Lanka. Although give real power to the Human Rights Commission like Australia. We had Human Rights Commission, but it would not have power. We should have enforced the power of Human Rights Commission in Sri Lanka. Then we have to improve knowledge about fundamental rights and its value to general public. And also we have to move beyond a simple list of fundamental rights to a more comprehensive Bill of Rights. At last, but not least, our constitution should be updated to include explicit protections based on sexual and gender identity.
මූලික අයිතිවාසිකම් යනු රටක ව්‍යවස්ථාවට පමණක් සීමා වූ නීතීන් නොවේ. ලාංකීය පුරවැසියෙකු ලෙස ඔබට උපතින්මත් ඒ සෑම අයිතිවාසිකමක්ම උරුමයි. ඉතින් ඒ අයිතිවාසිකම් වෙනුවෙන් හඬ නැගීම ඔබේ වගකීමයි. அடிப்படை உரிமை என்பது ஒரு நாட்டின் அரசியலமைப்புக்கு மட்டுப்படுத்தப்பட்ட சட்டங்கள் அல்ல. மாறாக இலங்கையின் குடிமகன் என்ற வகையில் பிறப்பில் இருந்தே நீங்கள் அனைவரும் அந்த உரிமைகளை பெற தகுதி உடையவர்கள். எனவே அந்த உரிமையை பெற்றுக்கொள்வதற்காக உங்களுடைய குரலை உயர்த்துங்கள். இது எங்களுடைய நாடு. This is our country. This is our rights. Raise your voice.